so astonishment, consuming the comments and then
Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. The crowd is buzzing for this one here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, Marco Antonio Barrera, an absolute the baby. This bout, not too many. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? They exchange punches. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw. Here we go. It's round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He scores with the counter. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. Barrera might... Oh, my word. Barrera is down. Can he make it back to his feet? I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anthony.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's see how the game plan... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
They block the uppercut. Barrera is rocked! A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears... Oh, right there! Oh my! Barrera has never been in this kind of trouble before! Looks like they've shaken it off.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Are we about to see the legend Barrera go down? Marco Antonio Barrera is on the canvas. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You gotta wonder how big of a factor that. Back at it in round 4. Gotta get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. There's a counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Perfect counter shot. There's a scoring blow. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Whoa, wait a minute! A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. He's been knocked down, but and there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
you can tell. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Hey, those punches add up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far. There's the bell to start round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. Nice counter. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to think. Whoa, wait a minute! Barrera might be going down! Down goes Barrera! I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again?
Oh my God, Johnny! And Barrera! And the legend Barrera just couldn't. That will do it. They want no more. Well, the corner has thrown in the
What they say now. I like to welcome everybody out to the Samurai. Indeed. Here we go, one side. Really neat. Very beautifully, very literated. A little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Really neat. What you got? Very beautifully, alliterated. A little battle raps for you. So on live. Come on through. Big eyes
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tail of the tape. Up first, Saul Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford. 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos with a reach of 188 centimeters.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Saul. Terrence Bud. We've waited a long time. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Crawford's legs are... Crawford got hit hard, and down he goes. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we continue.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Gotta look at his corner, let some instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
The straight right just misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, here we go for round two. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to post the round. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. That hook is parried away. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twist you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Whoa, Johnny! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is glad to have... Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter counter shot. Missed with that right uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Do you believe what we're seeing? Those counter punches have to hurt. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. You'd like to see more jabs. Straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round.
Come on,
That was almost a...
switch on.
There's the bell for round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nope, that hook won't score. Nope, that hook won't score. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power that these two can.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. How about Alvarez in that last round?
What you doing?
As bad as Bach.
I need you to go back out.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Nice punch. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Straight right just misses. Crawford and down goes Crawford. You need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up.
As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Well, he's had enough, and he is gonna quit. So they will throw in the towel.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magical, you have it. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we give it a task, it's so apparent, I'm fully prepared. Fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim rain's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculate. On time, not a second hour late. Witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
So here is Sugar Ray Leonard. He, of course, won world.
This bout is scheduled for...
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now we have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Can't score with that jab. So much firepower here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
A perfect counter shot. The perfect counter lands. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
A straight right just misses. They better start respecting each other's punching power. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go.
Here we go. It's round two. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
A perfect counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
When you go out, just take the round. Yes, I like that round.
And there's the bell for round three. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Jab does not score. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Which fighter will say no mas? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box it. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Not a lot of defense here at all. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter. That left hook misses. punching. Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Go out in first minute.
There's the bell to start round 6. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Just missed with that jab. Punch, counter punch. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Catch and shoot. That counter punch caught him clean. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here. Here we go, it's round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, you know what, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Breathe, just get your breath back.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter punch caught him clean. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Stamina is off the charts. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Good one. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. A pretty lopsided decision.